Hello, I am Geoff Buys Cars, and this is a Ford Focus ST Line 1 litre EcoBoost Estate, and I'm going to review it. I wasn't going to start my review yet, but we just pulled into Strensham Services, one of the worst services in the network. And there's a Volvo 850 TDI over there, so let's go and have a look at that, and then we'll review that after. Right, considering the 850 I mean, it's pretty rare to see an 850 when you're out and about anyway. Wonder who this is then. Must be one of the guys on one of the groups. So it is a beautiful, very clean 850 TDI. I like it a lot. It's a manual, clean car, big wheels, very cool. 50 miles to the gallon all day long. Wonder if it's for sale. Anyway, let's go back to the Focus. But if he turns up, I'll go say hello. Right. Funny thing is, this is a rental car, obviously, because we're going to the airport tomorrow. And it's cheaper to rent a Ford Focus for 2 days than it is to get an airport transfer. It's a 73 plate. It's done 34,000 miles, and We Buy Any Car said it was about 15 grand. Funny thing is, it looks really cool, but it's a 1 litre engine. Can you believe it? A 1 litre engine. So it's one of the EcoBoost or EcoBooms, isn't it? Which means it'll have a wet belt. So it looks the part, and it's got a great big screen, which I'll talk you through in the next part of the video. Hopefully that eye-pace isn't going to go out of control as it goes past me and like accidentally accelerate down a motorway. Not that that ever happened. Anyway, we're on go mode because we're leaving tomorrow. And as I said, this is the final car we'll be driving in the UK. Because we're out of here for a couple of months. Do we like it? What do you think? I think it's quite a good looking car, and it's not a hybrid or anything, so it's about the most basic estate car you can buy at the minute. But I'm just not sure about the 1 litre EcoBoom engine. Actually, I know what I'm going to do. Look, I've got my wife's Geoff Buys Cars lanyard. I'm going to go give that to the guy with the 850. I'm going to go hang it on his car. That's what I'll do. There we go, look. A little gift from one 850 TDI enthusiast to another. Right, we're off to Ninja Warrior. We only stopped here because my wife needed a wee, because we've drunk about 25 cups of tea this morning while we're trying to get everything ready, including picking up the hire car. It's got a screen as well, which I might as well show you because I've started. So, what are the wheel sizes? We're on Davantes 215/50/17. Big sporty tyres for a big sporty car with a big sporty 1 litre engine. I'm driving in my slippers today. So I've got one big screen in the middle, and annoyingly, this does everything. So all of your, well, the whole lot. Right, let me put my foot on the clutch, my slippers, click the engine on. So everything is on this screen, including all of the climate control stuff. So that means if you're driving along and you think, oh, I'm getting a bit warm, you have to click that, and then you got to roll that down, or you click here. Now I'm going to put in a little clip of how I do it on my Volvo, because basically you just do that or that to slide the speed. So if I want to change the speed of the fans, I've got to click there, and then I've got to slide that. Now, what do you think is safer, messing around with a great big screen, or just having a slider on an actual button? So obviously I find the screen thing ridiculous. Key battery is apparently low, replaced soon, and I can go into this setting here. Okay, come out of that. I've got all these buttons on the steering wheel. Look, if I click that, oh no, I've got to okay the key battery thing first. So okay that. Right, that's my fuel economy. So it's saying the average has been 44. And as you drive, a blue slider goes between 0 and 60. But I actually find that a bit annoying because it doesn't actually give you a number. So you've got an average. Should we reset that and see what we get today? Where's the reset button? How do we reset this? Maybe hold down OK. Hold OK to reset average fuel. There you go. I was correct. So I've switched the car off because I've got to my destination, and it just told me to check the rear seats. It basically just said, make sure you're taking your children with you. Wow, is that where we've got to with cars these days? Oh man. Also, it tried to tell me I was having a crash. I was merging and the music shut off and the whole thing beeped, and then it said collision alert, pre-collision something or other. I know when I'm about to have a crash. I don't need the car to... I nearly had a crash because it interrupted me. I hate modern cars. I don't mind this car, but it's just the whole concept of modern cars with, oh, everything's on here, all of my aircon and everything. If I want to change the heat, I've got to click buttons. If I want to change the airflow, I've got to click buttons. Everything's on a screen. But it's illegal to mess with your phone, but it's perfectly legal to be doing this while you're driving along. No, just ridiculous. And then you turn the volume down and it pops up with this. Look, you mess with the volume and it pops up with a big pop-up. I don't need a pop-up when I mess with my volume. I never needed that. I know when I've turned it up because it gets louder, and I know when I've turned it down because it gets quieter. It's that simple, isn't it? Anyway, that's modern cars for you. My wife said make sure you lock it and bring the key with you, because it's one of these keyless ones, isn't it? So, right, it's locked, and you've all seen that it's locked. So therefore, it's definitely locked. I quite like it, but I just like it with, like, because it is a basic car, so why can't I have a basic system? I don't want any of that Apple CarPlay screen business. Just give me basic aircon and a basic stereo and I'll be happy. And I won't complain that new cars are over the top. But it is over the top because there's too much tech on it, even for a basic model. Everybody thinks that my new car's really smart. I'm not going to tell them it's only got a 1 litre engine. I'm going to tell them it's a 2.5 litre turbo derived from a Volvo, like the old Focus STs. So we've got this absolutely huge screen, and that's in calm mode. Does anybody find that very calm?
No.
A great big, like, how big is that screen? Why does it need to be so big?
It's bigger than a normal iPad.
All right, it is bigger than a normal iPad. It's extremely distracting.
If I compare it to my iPad, it would be like massive.
It is. It's bigger than your iPad. So if you want to do anything on it, so let's say I want to change where the heat is. I have to press that. Oh no, I missed the button. Oh no, there it is. Right, all I want to do is put it on my face, say. Like, what's wrong with the dial? There's nothing wrong with the dial. Feet. Like, what's the need? And then I want to go back into my music. So how do I go back into my music from there? Because that switches it off, surely. That's now switched the climate control off. I want to go back to my music. How do I get out of this screen now to get to music? Can you work it out, darling? I'll drive the car and you mess with the screen because that's much safer. Go on, let's change the music. Oh, it's gone back, it's timed out, so you've got to wait for it to time out. Right, and now how do we get into our music settings? Do we click that? Right, so there we go. That's that. And what if I want to change it to the radio? I don't want the radio on anymore. I want... No, not that. So, or I can go into maps and that's picking up your phone. Spotify, why would you want your messages on there? Can you imagine driving along, like replying to messages on your screen, on your car? It's a terrible idea. So, I don't actually know how to put the radio on. Apps. Why do I want apps on my car? I don't want apps on my car. But whilst we're filming this, and this is perfectly legal, by the way, me messing with this, it's irresponsible, but it's legal. Go to my vehicle settings. What I could do is, why do I want an onboard modem serial number? Windows, wipers, lighting, locks, mirrors, so I can change everything on that. But my driver assist, wherever that is, don't be messing with your heat while I'm trying to... So we can't both do the same thing at once. I can put my vehicle hotspot on. Why would I need that? And I'd imagine there's two sides of this. People will be like, oh, well, once you know how to use it, you'll never use it. But that's the point. So much stuff on this people will never use. Driver assistance, right? Traction control, okay. Speed limiter. I can do an intelligent speed limiter, but the one I really hate is the lane keeping system. Let's switch it on. No, missed the button because I'm driving. Driver assistance. Pre-collision assist. Let's put that on and have emergency braking on. Alert sensitivity, high. Right, now the car's going to start interrupting and doing stuff for us. It did it earlier on and it was extremely weird. Lane keeping, alert. Let's change that to mode, alert and aid. That now means that when we drift over into another lane, it's going to start telling me by yanking the wheel. Look, ready? No, didn't do it. So, well, that's not very good, is it? Maybe it's foggy. We'll try going over here. Oh, let's do it. That is absolutely horrible. That is the most distracting thing. Like, if you're driving along and someone grabs the wheel, that is the most annoying thing that anyone could possibly do. But it doesn't do it with a hard shoulder. Oh no, it did! It's just horrible. Like, all the steering is electronic, and even when it's all switched off, it still feels like it's trying to do something. So if I go mode, alert, right? Now all that will do is it will tell me if I get close to the other lane. Can you film this, dude? See the green light there? Can you see that?
Yeah.
Right, if I start to drift over here, firstly the guy in this Corolla's going to heart attack, but that's now going to go red. No, didn't do it. Interesting. So you can switch it all off, but there's just too much on it. Too much. I don't want the big screen. I don't want to have to go into my climate control. Just give me a big knob that I can turn and a slidey dial and maybe some twisters. And that's simple as that. Don't need any of this crap. Yeah. Sorry, but no need. And I bet they don't do a basic one that doesn't come with that. Right, thank you very much for filming all that, buddy. It does sound quite meaty. Yeah. Give it a blip. What do you mean, what? Give it a blip. Do you know what that means? Oh, yeah. Give it a little blip. The throttle. Oh. Just rev it. Put your foot on the brake. All right. Just a little wow, wow. And again. Oh, it's all tailpipe noise and no engine noise. Look at the tiny little engine. It's tiny. There's nothing to it. Well, this looks very complicated, but it's very small. Look at the tiny little battery. It's so cute. Little 1 litre engine with a tiny little bit of coolant in it. Oh, what a cute little car that's dressed up to look like an ST. It's quite a funny thing, really, isn't it? Look at this. Is there honestly anything wrong with this? I've got automatic mode where it'll just do what it needs to do. And on automatic mode, it'll stay at whatever temperature I set. That's how I change where I want the air. Nice and easy. And if I want to circulate it into the car, I can press that. Right, and I can do all of that while I'm driving along without looking, because it's easy and it's right there in front of me. Is there honestly anything wrong with that? And if you want to go a level further, I've got a very simple Sony head unit with USB in that plays anything I plug in. So if I plug in, where is it? If I plug in that, ignore that. If I plug in that, it'll play all the tropical house music that I've got on there that will make me feel like it's summer. There we go. Look, the USB device goes in, it reads it, and it plays music. That is that simple. Nothing wrong with that. There we go. Brilliant. It just works. Right, now I'm going to drive home listening to tropical house music, pretending that it's not 1 degree and extremely foggy. All right, we've made it to Stansted. Got no out yet. I'll buy a new out on holiday. 45 miles to the gallon. But that means I've used 54 quid's worth of petrol since we got this car. It just doesn't seem quite right because we haven't really been very far. So it's not amazing on fuel. It's okay though, it's all right on the motorway, and you know, we are fairly loaded. We're fairly loaded. I mean, we've got things in the car. We're not fairly loaded. We've got stuff in the car. Got 4 suitcases. In fact, we're probably traveling pretty light compared to most people. Do I like the Ford Focus? Yes. Would I want one? No, because I'd want one without all of the lane assist. And here's a valid point, right? I don't want lane assist. I don't want any of that stuff, but due to an EU ruling, even though we're not in the EU anymore, you're no longer allowed to buy a basic simple car. They all have to come with that, which means you're no longer allowed to buy a cheap car because the technology costs money. So there you go. The EU has destroyed the motor car. Almost like what all the conspiracy theorists said was going to happen is happening. Never mind. When we get there, Dodge Challenger. That'll be the next video. Whee!
Oh look, that's where you get it from then, for sure.
I can't see. I can't see everything. It's lovely.
Yeah, that's mine, darling.
Oh, can I have this?
No,
It's so nice.
no, you cannot have
All the
it.
stress of the drive has gone away.
You bought that on yourself. Get out the
I
way,
didn't.
muppets.
All of the problems in this country are caused not
Where is it? Up there?
by migrants,
Where's Enterprise? Can I go
not
up
by
there?
politicians. Yep, got there.
All of the problems in this country are caused by people who hog the middle lane. All of them. Every single problem could be solved if people had better lane discipline.
is it?
Are we Europe car or Enterprise?
Enterprise.
Right, Enterprise is there, look.
Where?
On the right. Just go down here. There you go.
Please.
Enterprise, please pull forward. Oh, it's a quick drop off. Look, right, everybody out. What do you think of the Ford Focus, darling? You drove it hundreds and hundreds of miles.
That's all right, isn't it?
It's just forgettable, isn't it? It's just a very forgettable car.
It got us to where we needed to get to.
Yeah, an hour late because of the traffic.
Well, and because you're a lunatic. Come on, children.
That is verified. Bye. Goodbye, Ford Focus. That's all we got, look. That's everything. 2 months away. Backpack each. A small roller suitcase. If you need anything when you're out there, you just buy it, don't you? Yeah. Don't need anything. A pair of budgie smugglers and a credit card. Pretty sure this is our hire car. Genuinely. We got a Dodge Charger GT.